Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. Alibaba here from sunny Thailand. How you doing, everyone? In this tutorial we're going to start getting into cutting up some bushy eyebrows. Okay, what I want to do in this technique is I want to just remove some of these hairs around the top of this eyebrow and underneath, just to make it look not so hairy. And I don't really want to be coming in and making it look too thin. I just want to basically be cleaning this up, and we're going to be doing this in a technique by using the clone stamp tool and the patch tool. We're going to be blending and mixing stuff in. Okay, so let's get straight on with it. The first thing I want to do is I want to duplicate our layer, and we all know how to do that by now. I'm just simply going to click on the layer, drag it down to the new layer icon, okay, and that will allow me to duplicate the layer just in case we start going crazy. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to select the top layer. I want to grab myself my good old friend, the clone tool. Simply hold down your left mouse button on the clone and you'll see it here, clone stamp tool. The shortcut is S on your keyboard. I'm actually going to zoom in by holding down Alt or Option on my keyboard, and I'm going to zoom in towards the eyebrow just so I can get in a little bit closer. I'm holding down spacebar on my keyboard. That will allow me to actually move the image. So what do I want to do here? Well, basically what I want to do is, first thing, I want to make my brush size just a little bit bigger just by using the bracket keys. And for you, though, you guys and girls out there who are not sure what clone stamp tool is, basically what you do is you hold down Alt or Option on your keyboard. As you can notice, the cursor turns to like a bullseye shooting range sort of icon-y thing, okay, and that means what you can do is select an area from that, and then that selected area you can paste it in somewhere wherever you want. Okay, so that's basically the technique that we're going to be doing. Now, when doing this, it's a good idea to keep quite close. We do not want to be sampling from areas down here and adding them up here. We want to be keeping quite close. I'm simply going to be holding down Alt, Option, click, left click once, and that will now allow me to come round, and it keeps it to a similar space color wise that it was originally. Okay, at the moment, just thought I'd let you know, in fact I'm going to move that back up, I'm using a opacity of 100 and a flow of 100, so I'm just going to come in here and just delete away a few little things. Okay, in fact I could probably bring that back, and I'm going to come down this side as well, just going to come and delete. This is a great tool, this clone tool. You can really get some nice effects. Again, you can, by using the bracket keys, make your brush size smaller. I'm just going to sample from there, and I'm not looking to delete all this hair. All I'm looking for is just to tidy it up just a little bit. Okay, so you're getting the general idea of how to do it. So this is before and this is after. It's quite a big difference, really. Now, as you can see, you know, sometimes when we do this, as we're selecting areas and pasting it in, you know, overwriting it onto new areas, it can get like it's a bit light and stuff. So I always like, once I've done this, I always like to come in with the patch tool. The patch tool is here. If you can't see it, simply hold down your left mouse button and you'll see the spot healing brush tool. The patch tool is here. And the patch tool works on the basis that is you draw a selection around something, and then holding down your left mouse button, you drag it over and you select the new section that you want. Okay, so that's the way it works. So I could select this eyeball, I could drag it up, and then I could select an area up here, and you'll see that it sort of adds that skin tone, keeps the same sort of color but adds the skin tone from here into the eyeball. So that is what I want to do. I'm just going to go around the edges, and I'm just going to randomly choose different sections just to make it look not so much like we've just come in and actually done this ourselves. We want to make this model look like she's a pro, she's looking good. I'm just going to grab certain sections, just randomly doing it. It doesn't matter, you know, I like to do different areas and just keep moving stuff all around. Try to get close to the eyebrow, but be careful not to get too close, otherwise you'll tend to, if I show you here, let's say you selected some of the eyebrow, it leaves this sort of dirty, edgy look. Okay, it's not what we're looking for. We're trying to keep this to be really nice. And again, you can see I got too close there, so I'm not gonna play with it. I'm just grabbing different sections, different sizes, and just blending it in, you know, just trying to make it look more natural. Again, we can do that down here if we wanted to, just grabbing areas and making them look different. Now if you wanted to do this tool in a different way, where you have up here at the moment it's the source, so the selection we make, we're grabbing the new section from a source. If you wanted to do it the other way, destination is, this is the area that you're actually now gonna move, okay? So you'd now drop that on there. Instead of us actually, when source selected, we draw a section and then we try to find a new section by holding down left mouse button and dragging. In destination it's the opposite, you make a selection and that's the selection you actually move, okay? Don't want to be playing around with this too much, but you're getting the general idea. Here's the before, here is the after. I see we got a bit of problem up here. Don't want to make it look too, oops, okay. Again, let's grab another bit of skin tone, just trying to blend it in before, after. And what you can also do here is you can grab the opacity if you wanted to, and oops, it doesn't look good, undo that. You can grab the opacity and you can bring the opacity down, so you're bringing some of that skin back. If you bring it down to 0, obviously you're bringing it all back, but you can just bring it so it's not so rough edges, just has that, you know, little bit done to it. If I zoom out, you'll be able to get an understanding of what we're doing. Hold down Alt or Option on my keyboard, click on the left eye at the bottom here. That's before, that's after. We're getting there. We could probably spend some more time on this skin up around the face, but we're looking good. If this is at 60%, if I move it into, let's say, 100%, bring it down, before, after, quite a big difference really. Again, like I say, we can play with the opacity. 3, 2, 1. So let's, another little technique while I'm here is I just wanted to show you how to clean up those eyebrows. Another technique I want to show you is how to darken up the eyebrows, okay? Now the way to do this is, again, duplicate your layer, left click, drag it down to the new layer icon, and on this layer what we want to do is we want to change this layer to a different blending mode. I want to change this to a blending mode called multiply, and you'll notice again the whole image goes completely mental. Doesn't matter, we know what to do. All we want to do is add an inverted mask, okay? An inverted mask will allow the mask to be behind, this redness will be behind, and the original picture will come back, and we can call back certain information. To make an inverted mask, here is the icon for a new mask. All you do is hold down Alt or Option on a Mac and simply left click on that. That will bring back our original image with the red multiply effect in the background. We simply grab our paint bucket, brush tool, and let me bring my palette up here, brush tool, and I want to select white as my foreground color. I want a soft edge brush, maybe opacity, let's say it's 70%. If I hit 7 on my keyboard, I can change the opacity to 7%. I'm going to use the bracket keys on my keyboard just to make my brush a bit bigger, and I'm just going to paint in some of the underneath multipliness, okay? Again, this can be done with opacity. We can bring this down. You have the original before, you have the after where you've made the eyebrow darker. If we compare it to the one that's next to it, I'm going to do a before and then I'm going to do an after. Maybe it's too much, just bring it down a little bit. We're just going to darken up those eyebrows. We've cleaned away the hairs around the eyebrows. We've done a great job. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll be coming back and doing some more stuff with eyelashes and things like that. Take it easy, guys and girls. Please subscribe to my YouTube, check out my website, and if you get any problems or anything, please let me know. Take it easy, guys and girls.